Hello, everybody. Welcome to the daily welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. Sorry for the delay this morning. Oh, always so much and so much news and so much going on. And Boo Boo is very upset because it's cleanup time. It's just no longer Christmas stuff, and the blankets and throws are all in the wash, and he had nothing to sleep under. So I had to grab a towel, but I've thrown that over him and he seems happy now. Oh well, here we are. Okay, I have 13 questions from you. Thank you for those. I really appreciate it. And wow, there are some boneheaded politicians. Yes, there are. There's also, the lighting's weird. The sun comes out and it just blinding off of the snow, reflecting off the snow, and then it goes behind a cloud and the light just dims dramatically. I'm just going to let it do whatever it's going to do. So, okay. Oh, absolutely do not give up on this country, Betty Harper. I am not giving up on this country, and neither are all of you or all of our ancestors who have fought so hard to bring it to fruition. Hallelujah. Betty Harper is wise. Okay. Yes, there is definitely a fantastic community here, Nancy. Nancy from Living Co-Creatively. Jennifer White says mood lighting for a moody anniversary. That's true. That's true. Hello, Tara. Okay, so Michael Grant says 13 questions, 13 colonies. 13 must be a magic number. A lower octave of 22. Could be. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. If you're watching this on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. I've got all the questions listed there. I am apparently wearing my lipstick across half of my face. And the box, give me a tissue. There we go. And I'm going to fix this on camera because, yeah. I timestamp this as I go along, and then, wow. My lipstick went for a walk this morning. Like Sagittarian, let's just hit the road and see what happens. It's like, really? Okay. So, you can just follow along. I'll timestamp things. You can skip ahead. You can skip ahead and not have to listen to me jibber jab and watch me fix my lipstick and all this other stuff. So, and 10% of my income from Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. Okay. Kate Hassan is saying, I love the overlays. I am so glad because you're going to have several days of this because I found these and I so love these colors. There are a few things like this and the colors are so vibrant and it was just like, so, I mean, there's a reason the channel's named Black and Orange. I love graphic stuff. All these colors. And I tone them down. They're actually brighter than this. So if I didn't, I couldn't match anything. So anyway, all right. Electrostorm says, what is that on the screen? I've got a low internet warning, so the audio should be good. The audio should be good. What do you call it? A video, it may have gone a bit dodgy there for a second. Thank you, DDN. Kate Hassan, very rich tones. Yes. Thank you, funny videos. What is that on the screen? Ask Electra. A peach and a pepper? No, it's just abstract. No, it's just abstract. There's nothing. There's nothing actually. This is the other half of this. This is I doubled them, and I put, so you can see one half on one side and one half on the other. That's it. So, okay. We're actually going to start with a video. Oh, is it about the covers? Oh, yes. This month, basically, I'd have to. I keep meaning to go back and look at it. Some of the imagery in the tarot deck actually comes from older stuff, including these books, which were and little rhymes that were created to, you know, push virtues, wisdom, things like that. And there's a particular artist, and I won't go into the whole thing, but it's little bits of wisdom. And as I was flipping through the images, I was recognizing how some of the imagery, I could see how that sort of morphed into the image type of the exact type of imagery that was used in tarot cards. So, and I thought, well, the wisdom, Trump world could really use all of this. And it was, you know, this one about, basically, if you're a rotten scoundrel, your wife may love your money more than thee. It was like, oh, okay. And then the other ones. And then today's, I saved specifically for today, which is, hang on, I've got to go back and grab it, because I only look at the overlays. So the covers, here we go. I know it was just on, but I've got this second, third. Here we go. Today's on the cover. It was, we best shall quiet clamorous throngs when we ourselves can rule our tongues. Wisdom for Trump world. So there we go. Yes, Revolution, Ricky. A greedy person's lust for money will always lead them to their downfall. Yes. All right. Let's start with the video. At 8 minutes in, Vanessa Pritchard and Hippie Sue were asking about the DeSantis video. So I went and found the DeSantis video because I've only seen a few seconds of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. And I thought maybe we could share. Vicky K says, love the covers and the art. Yes, for the win. Thank you. I appreciate that. I put a lot of effort into this, and I just love doing it. So I'll have to turn this off for a second. Because we're going to look at this. Vanessa said DeSantis looked like he was very much struggling during a speech. Is he okay on health? Hippie Sue was asking, DeSantis didn't look or sound very good yesterday, almost like on the verge of tears. I think it was, I think he had COVID. He disappeared for 2 weeks. But let's watch the video. Let me share. And after we watch the video, it's like 2 minutes long. I don't know if we'll watch the whole 2 minutes, but after that, I have a 14-second video, like a palette cleanser, a lift your mood back up. So let me share my screen. Chrome tab. Oh, here we go. And here. All right, how is that showing up? Do I need to take the overlay down? No, I think I can leave the overlay up. I'm here in the orange mists over here. But anyway, this is the video. So let's share this, and because I haven't seen the whole thing. Let's have a look.
Brad Ferguson, Senior VP and General Manager, Skywater, Florida, and Dale Miller, Site Director, Skywater, Florida, as well as Representative Fred Hawkins. Manufacturing is something that we need to do better job of. And we've worked really hard in Florida to have more opportunities with vocational education. We have expanded our manufacturing footprint in the state of Florida, and we want to continue to be able to do that as we go forward. Semiconductors are a huge issue. If you look at how the supply chain works, we are overly dependent on foreign nations, including Taiwan, which is a good ally of ours, but which is one that, is under really serious pressure from the Communist Party of China. And so we have an opportunity to do more here in the United States. And I think the more we can do manufacturing of semiconductors here, the better off we'll be. So today, I'm proud to be awarding $6 million to build infrastructure that will connect southern Osceola County to the emerging Neo City Technology District. This district is already home to 6 companies, including Skywater Technology, a US-owned and operated semiconductor foundry. While this award will support nearly 5,400 jobs, Osceola County officials estimate that this could lead to tens of thousands of jobs once it's fully developed as Osceola County continues to grow. I'm also awarding Valencia College with $3.7 million to create new programs that focus on workforce training for chip and semiconductor industries. Through this program, students will be able to be certified in operating, repairing, and designing the robots that are used to create semiconductors in just 14 weeks. Valencia estimates that in the
Seriously? Everybody there. How much you want to bet? You want to bet shiny new nickel that everybody there are people there who are about to test positive? Yeah, like the storm people around him, no mask. He's sick as a dog. Wow. Wow. The reason, the whole reason that you talk like that when you've been crying is because your breath is all sitting up here and you're stuffed up and you can't catch your breath. Unbelievable. But don't tell anybody, pretend it didn't happen. Nana Walling saying, so he's awarding money from what Biden gave them and taking credit? That's what it sounded like, but I don't actually know. Beth Abramson said, did you see he admitted he let over 800,000 COVID tests expire? Wow. All right. Well, while I shuffle and we read on DeSantis, I thought we needed a little something. So Kristen from Uncover the News sent me this. I think we need it. I just need to find. There it is. Okay. Maybe I'll make it bigger. No, it is big. Okay. Here we go. You ready? It's only 14 minutes long, 15 seconds long, but we might have to watch it a couple of times. All right. It's a kitten on a slide. It's so much fun. Oh, wait, is someone watching me? There. Oh, slide down. Oh, so much fun. Oh, a little slow slide. There we go. All right. I'll get back to it. But I just, just cutie. I'm sorry. I'm just, okay. I'll stop. But I had to. Leah Bachman says, "Oh, Boo Boo and Pumpkin would love a slide." Oh, don't tempt me. You know me by now. If you don't know me by now. All right, DeSantis. Let's go back down into the muck. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to Kristen for finding that. DeSantis. My lungs hurt. My lungs are fine, but just touching on it, just you touch this energy and your lungs just go. Man. Charles is saying, I can see it now. Autumn's going to get a slide for Boobas and Kitty and Pumpkin. I don't know where I'd put it. Then again. He's lying. He's lying through his teeth. He's absolutely lying through his teeth. And I can't even see the lighting. It's just so awful today. And I don't know what to do about it. I can barely see the cards. All right. 9 of Cups, Devil, 3 of Swords, Sun, Burden. He's lying. This is the card of the merchant. It's also the card of healthcare, but no. It's you don't need that. You don't need that. Everything's fine. No, not everything's not fine. And he's suffering. It's bad. It's very bad. But it's the Sunshine State who are massively burdened by his narrow-minded killing of his own constituents. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's true, Lynn Halliday. His lips are moving, so he's lying, but really? Thank you, Charles. Glenna Miles. I just played that video. Here. So. My YouTube. Okay. Pamela Bryant says, my YouTube feed popped the attorney I'm not a cat video this morning. Yeah, I remember that. I rewatched it at least 5 times and laughed every time. It's a year old. Yeah. See, we're trying to keep the energy up because otherwise it's like you just want to sit down and cry. DeSantis. Yeah, death. Do I need any more cards? Okay. Temperance, Moon. He's sitting pretty, or the business people are sitting pretty. That's the pen. He's gonna keep on, even though people are dying. I'm done with him. I'm gonna put the shade up. I'm gonna have to turn the light on. I'm done with him. I can't with him. I cannot with this man. He is so awful. Ugh. Unbelievable. Whew, that's better. All right. Unbelievable. There's a little bit better. Okay. Now I'll be able to see the cards. And I actually have features. Kind of neat. Nifty. Oh, that's very upsetting. He's very upsetting. He's very upsetting. Okay. Good luck. Thank you, Lynn. Lynn Johnson says, I wonder if his wife has COVID. Well, we know she has cancer. Now, let me tell you, when my mother had cancer, anybody who was getting anywhere near her about anything, if they were sick, it was like, it's unbelievable. All right, I'm going to move on to the other questions because otherwise I'm going to burst into flames. Okay, 21. All right, at 21 minutes in, I don't know, my allergies are acting up. I don't know why. There's probably too much dusting. I've been dusting. Will Pence testify to what really happened January 5th and January 6th? Because they tried to kill you, dude. But no, he's just more and more is coming out about what, his conversations with Trump, how much pressure he was under, how everybody was, you name it. All right, Pence, seriously. Are you going to testify in front of the January 6th Select Committee? Because you were under immense pressure. He was getting constant phone calls. The night of January 5th, he almost got a face full of Rudy, who wanted to go down there and give him a stern talking to. Make sure there aren't any open flames anywhere around. Sword. Well, the truth is out there. To some extent, he could just go in and they'd say, did this happen? And he could say, yeah. Did this happen? Yeah. What happened here? Well, that's what it said. Queen of Swords. 4 of Cups. 5 of Cups. 5 of Swords. They tried to kill you. Trying to investigate. Not cooperating. People on the right trying to knock things down. It was insult to injury, and they were trying to kill you. This is disappointment. But that's the sword of truth. Maybe they don't need him. Oh, Julie saying, can you and all say a prayer for my 91-year-old mother who's not feeling well? I can't go to see her because as a long-term care nurse, we have had a COVID outbreak, so I've been exposed. Oh, bless. Please send divine energy, positive energy, high vibration energy, healing energy to Julie Saint and her mother, that they will both be healthy and happy. Okay. Oh yes, Tiffany Lilly. Trump said, if you don't follow through, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. Lynn Hallidays is like Wellington boots for all. Mm-hmm. Government. 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. If you go down a path to protect Trump or to minimize what happened, you are doomed. Your career is doomed. There's Mother. You're the star, Trump, is facing massive justice. His legacy. You want to be a part of his legacy? You want your name associated with this forever and nothing else? Keep on keeping on. And I don't believe I for obvious reasons, I tend to want people to have their own religious beliefs. You know, it's like you believe what you want to believe. If you're not hurting anybody, sure, whatever. There is nothing you can do to convince me on this earth that Jesus of Nazareth on the other side is telling you to protect Donald Trump more than you protect anybody else. I'm not buying it. I'm not. No. Nope. Goodbye, Mike Pence. Just goodbye. Yeah, Al Menzi, his daughter was with him. You'd think he'd be mad that she was in danger. You'd think. You'd think. You'd think Mother would be like, hello. They were trying to kill you. They were trying to kill me. Our daughter was right there and in danger. We're not their friends anymore. But no. He's a lost cause. I give up. I give up on Pence. I keep thinking maybe he'll come too. Maybe he'll do, he did the right thing on January 6th, and that he went up there and he just opened the envelopes and agreed, and he didn't do Trump's bidding. So maybe there's hope for him. No, I'm not getting that. He's a power hungry cretin. That's what I'm getting. Goodbye, Mike Pence. I don't. Be gone. All right, 28 minutes in. Oh boy. So there's some breaking news from Uncover the News. Thank you, Kristen. Kaitlan Collins just reported that Trump only put out the video on January 6th because he was told they were going to remove him if he didn't. The one where he came out and said, "You're great people, we love you, blah, blah," on the 5th try because all the others were worse. I want to know, we haven't looked at this in a while. Are we gonna get to see those other videos? Did they erase them? Did they erase those other videos? Did they keep them? So much suffering in the world, and they're just adding to it for their own power. I don't get it. All right, that's the truth. We're asking if the truth is going to come out. Okay. Lori Kettle says they're on file. Let's hope. Let's hope they weren't erased. 3 of Swords, Devil, Burden, 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups, Hangman. Yes, the cards. I don't know. I'm having trouble getting a mental image of being like us seeing those videos, but this is saying the whole thing was so corrupt, and there's a burden with evidence that hangs Trump up by his heels. But or is that a big delay? No, this is the card of evidence. I'm getting some conflict here in the energy. Lynn Halliday says, once on the internet, they never go away. But they weren't necessarily on the internet. They're privately taped. Well, we see the other, even worse videos Trump made on January 6th. Very frustrating. This whole thing, the energy is so frustrating today. I'm having to just kind of calm myself down because I feel the energy is so frustrating, and I find my own frustration building, and it's like, whoa, calm down, calm down, calm down. But the energy it's like, whoa, whoa. Knight of Wands. Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. There could have been somebody who was going to delete them, or somebody who did delete them, but maybe somebody else like had their phone camera on. It probably is straightforward. It doesn't feel straightforward. There's something, there's some kind of convoluted energy here, but I've got investigators. They've got the goods, fruits of labor. It's all there. And it was about the insurrection, but also it feels like somebody was trying to protect Trump, but yeah. So I'm getting mostly yes, but something convoluted. That's what I'm getting. Karen B says the energy is so tapped down compared to what I tapped into from November to the exact moment on January 6th. Yeah, that was pretty awful. It was pretty awful. Hello, Linda McMurtry. Thank you. Okay, 33 minutes in. Ted Cruz. I gotta share this. I'm gonna take down the overlay for a second because Ted Cruz. Here we go. You ready? You ready for this? I don't even know what to do with that. I did. Gosh, what? I don't know, Ted. What could possibly have been done to prevent the January 6 rioters? I can't imagine. How is this man still in office? How? Gee, what could have been done? Any ideas? I don't know anymore. I think it's this one. Yeah, that one. Electrostorm Canada. Why did you let this guy come here? It's all Canada's fault. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Ted Cruz. How are these people? Everybody who voted against the everyone who voted against the electoral votes being accepted, why are they not? Why have they not been arrested? Yeah, Nancy, living co-creatively. Cruz, my head explodes. Yes, why is he still in office? This is your guy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Two of Swords, 10 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. See, here's the thing. Yes, he's this awful. He's this bad. He's made bad decisions. He was during breaks during Trump's, both of Trump's impeachment trials, certainly the second one, Cruz and it was somebody else would actually leave the chamber and go talk to the defense attorneys for Trump to give them ideas to help them. You've just done all of this stuff. And I've got theft, I've got poverty, your own people, your electrical grid, and I get all of these cards and it's like, that doesn't tell me anything because he's already that incompetent. He's already that bad. And he's still there. Yes, Helen, I agree. Hashtag free snowflake. Billboard, a pox upon him. That's funny because it's old and silly. I don't mean it literally, but it just a pox upon you, sir. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Oh my gosh. So, what's gonna happen to Ted Cruz? Because it doesn't matter what the cards say about how awful he is, he's still there. Still there. Still there. All right, that's a card for America. And America asks, why? Mm-hmm. 5 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. When is he back up for re-election? Because yes, his people are suffering. He should be on this Wheel of Fortune. He's shown his true far right colors, even though he's all wishy-washy about it. He has big secrets. I'm not seeing consequences. 2024. Oh, jeez. Thank you, guys. Consequences. What are there going to be consequences for Ted Cruz? Actual legal consequences. Getting kicked out of office. Queen of Cups. Okay. Hello, pumpkin. Don't quit out. We had a pumpkin sighting. 6 of Swords, Chariots. Oh, really? There might be some worry. This is the whole January 6th thing. This is worry. This is possibility of jail time, but it could be. It doesn't necessarily feel like that. Okay. From the committee. Okay. What does a January 6th committee does the January 6th Select Committee refer Ted Cruz to the DOJ for prosecution? Holly Wanda, what color is Cruz's aura? Gross. Would the January 6th Select Committee refer you, Ted Cruz, to the DOJ for prosecution? You were part of the plot. Trying to steal an election, far-right communications, losing backing, part of a member of the cults, turning on each other. I'm not necessarily getting criminal stuff, but people in this group on the far right losing support of other Republicans, and people who are these in the Trump cults turning on each other. But that's all I'm getting. Okay. I'm about this far away from just chucking out all the rest of the questions and just looking at the January 6th Select Committee, because their energy is the strongest I get for anything actually happening. Holly Wanda says, my aura is polka dot. It could be. Seriously. Your aura doesn't have to be a solid color. It can have little spots of other energy. So, all right, 40. Oh my gosh. Now we're reading on Sean Hannity. 43. After this, I might need a little bit of a lie down. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Hannity. Now, I'm not the world's biggest fan of George Conway the third, but apparently he is a legal expert. He is considered a legal expert. So he has said, so I've got the link in the description if anybody wants to see the original article on Raw Story. Sean Hannity is the Fox News host who at times has claimed he is a journalist while often saying he's not. Fox News itself has refused to call him a journalist when pressed. George Conway, the well-known legal expert who successfully argued and won a unanimous verdict at the Supreme Court, points to New York state law that makes clear any shield law protections can only be invoked, quote, in the course of gathering or obtaining news for publication or for public dissemination, unquote. Hannity wasn't reporting. He was giving political advice. He has no journalistic First Amendment or similar privilege to invoke. Let's look at that. So, I'll tell you that George Conway's energy is so much better than any of these other people. I'm not saying he's my favorite person in the world, but oh, touche. Gary Atkins says he's just hot air. Joanne Marr is saying autumn's on fire today. Thank you. Hannity, you're being called as a fact witness. Nobody is asking for your sources. No one is asking about any of it. Will Hannity have to testify? Or will he successfully just tie this up in the courts until the year 2525? Oh, Revolution Ricky, please do. Please do. I will need questions tomorrow, and I'll need them the day after, and the day after, and the day after. I'm here 365 days of the year for anybody who doesn't know. Linda Johnson says, you need to take a minute to come out of the slug and muck. Go pet Katie for happy energy. I probably will in a minute. Hannity. Feeling the heat. You called him, and you took his call. Fool card. 4 of Pentacles. Magician. Lies. That's Hannity. Lies. Insult, injury. This was an insurrection. This, I'm a journalist. I'm not a journalist. I'm a journalist. I'm not a journalist. Depending on who's suing you, it feels like there's a case to be made there of, here, let's just run. I'm not a journalist. 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 Until he was sued, and then it's, I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist. Yeah, I'm protected. But I'm not, you can't hold me responsible because I'm not a journalist. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a journalist. And you got it on film. Ready to go. Matter of fact, if you put out on Twitter and said, hey, can someone make me a video of all these times, all the times that Sean Hannity talked about whether or not he's a journalist, could you do that? I will bet you somewhere would. Somebody would. Somebody would do it. They'd be like, oh, please, stand back. I'll be right there. Give me a minute. You took the calls. And then you when Trump needed advice or he needed things pushed or you were helping him out there on your show, lying, you knew the insurrection was coming. You know. It's right there in his text messages. What he thinks is going to happen is not what's going to happen. I'm worried for the next 48 hours. Linda McMurtry says, do you need any particular type of sage to do a cleansing? Nope. You can use the plain old stuff that comes as a spice. It's kind of the beauty of it. It wasn't anything that people couldn't get hold of. It was something you could just grow in your backyard. What's going to happen to Hannity? What's going to happen to Hannity? Traitor Hannity, you're the one for me. I don't remember the actual tune to Barbara Manatee. Was that the one? My sister came over one time and she had back in the day, and she had like a DVD of VeggieTales, like their greatest hits. And one was Barbara Manatee. Traitor Hannity, I think is what it is now. And yeah. Of course, the funniest one was the one about how poor cucumber, he cannot dance. Of course I can dance. He cannot dance. He's triste. How sad. That was hysterical. Trump the man. Ew. Oh. They were talking late at night when Trump was just gross and just. I don't want to think about Trump without the. Oh. Six of Pentacles, Hierophant, Chariot, High Priestess, This is, I give a little here, I give a little there, blah, blah, blah. This is not good for him. This is the government very much coming for his secrets. Major Arcana. These cards are, imagine these cards like 3 or 4 times as big as these two on the side. He's going to lose this. Whatever this is, he's going to lose it. He does not have a leg to stand on. Oh, where is my hairbrush? Yes, Nancy. You had to, you were put through that too, huh? Oh, where is my hairbrush? SP Third Eye said Trump is an overgrown tardigrade. If you've ever seen a tardigrade, you would agree. Oh my gosh, with the mouth too. Go look up tardigrade. TARDIGRADE. Yeah. 2 of Pentacles. Legal decision, insult to injury. They're going to ask. They're going to keep asking. All right. Yeah. Oh, yes, Wild Hearts. McTurtle says Senate Dems are distasteful. I wasn't even going to read on him today. I had to turn that speech off. I think Schumer deserves an award for sitting there and taking it from McConnell. I would need to be medically, like I would need sedation to get through a McConnell political interview. Wow. Okay. 53. I thought this was interesting. Kristen was saying, I didn't really get to watch it, but I saw the news headlines about how Biden really stood up to Trump. And none of this humming and hawing folksy, come on, Jack, kind of stuff. It was, so the question is, 53, so the news was a CNN panel stunned by the forcefulness of Biden's January 6th speech. Quote, he just called the former president twisted. I'm shocked. So is Biden finally growing a spine when it comes to Trump? Because, on the one hand, you need to, you're trying to keep people calm, but we have to call this out. We've got to make sure this does not happen again. We have to. Judgment. That's election. Biden is really afraid for 2024 for the country, not for himself. He's afraid for the country. Biden is of an age right now where he doesn't care about if he is reelected somewhere. He's like, been there, done that. And I've done what I've meant to accomplish. I'm trying, I want to leave the world better than I found it. And I'm getting some real fear about 2020. He has for 2024 if Trump gets back in office. And I am so angry. I'm angry too. I'm very angry, but I'm angry because I'm scared. And I know that. I'm very scared for this country, that these people are still tra-la-la-la-la, Marjorie Trader Greene, she was just on, she was reacting to Biden's speech, and she's sitting next to Gaetz. And it's just like, how are these people, how is Gaetz still walking around? How is Trump still walking around? It does, it's frightening. But I know there are good days ahead. I know we're not going to lose I know there are good days ahead. I believe we are not going to lose our democracy, and everything I've ever read says we won't. But Lynn Halliday says, most anger is grown out of fear. True. Helen says, I'm angry because warning signs always there and continuously ignored. True. Jolie is saying Biden said he was concerned for our democracy moving forward. Talked about, oh wait, it jumped. Talked about voter suppression as well. Okay. Kelly Mack says anger is a natural reaction to fear. Really? Mm-hmm. Beth Abramson says lawyers build the cases from the bottom up. And well, if you think about it, they had to go to really bare bottom, really base, scraping the bottom of the barrel bottom. Greta says, I'm angry at Manchin and Cinema. They are most vexing. Black Cat Blue Chairs here. Hello. They will all be locked up. Hide and watch. It's going to get ugly. Okay. Lori Kettle says, don't be afeared, Autumn. It's going to work out in favor of we. I agree. Greta said they could pass a voting rights bill today if Manchin and Cinema would be honest about their obstruction. True. Yep. Lori Kettle says, we the people. Absolutely. Oh, boy. So Biden, there is a Four of Cups. There's the Wheel of Fortune. Biden made a valiant effort to try to work with Republicans. He did. Queen of Cups. But everything he's doing is being stymied. They're not the way they used to be. The way he wants to pretend that Washington is. So, Four of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. This is his administration. It's also Kamala Harris. And the Senate Democrats being hemmed in. But I keep getting this. Things are going to change. There are some people who are going to be removed from Congress. I keep getting this. It's hard to even imagine, but I keep getting that. Month after month after month. Things in Congress will change because some of those people will be removed. I keep getting that. So, Lectra says, I'm finally glad he woke up. I'm glad he finally woke up. Yep. Tish L says, each time Autumn says there are better days ahead, it's like receiving a warm hug. Oh, good. Thank you, dear, for always reminding us. Thank you. Scott Conwell says it sounds very hopeful. Okay. All right. So that's about Biden. So at 59:30, we're going to Steve's question. All right. We're going to 59:30. We're going to move out of this energy for a minute, but then we have more questions later. But right now, yes, we have to look at, will Maxwell's verdict be tossed due to jurors sharing their own experiences on abuse? Apparently, one of the jurors has told the media that they had their own experience with abuse. So now Maxwell's lawyers are talking about a mistrial. However, I read the whole big article people were coming out with information about this. It's not necessarily true. It's if this person lied on their juror questionnaire, if they told the truth on their juror questionnaire, have you ever been a victim of abuse? And they said yes, there's no mistrial. And even if they said no, it's, well, why did you do that? You have to prove intent. So, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. Ay-yoy. I'm with you, Linda Johnson. I think Biden is trying to be really presidential and stay out of Trump's muck. Just wish we could see Biden's stinger. He's a Scorpio. Helen says, must have clarified before, surely. All right. Mistrial for Maxwell. Because of jurors' previous abuse. The first jolt of energy I got was, no, that it won't cause a mistrial, but let's see what the cards have to say. King of Swords, that's a prosecutor, okay. Eight of Cups, Temperance, Six of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. So what I've got, evidence being laid out. This is the poor victims. This is that moneyed world that Maxwell was in. This is legal silence. What does the legal silence refer to? What's the legal silence? Is Maxwell just going to put on an... Apparently, I heard she may not actually be able to... She may not necessarily be able to appeal. I don't know if that's true. Jim Dave says that's prejudice against victims. They can't be allowed to silence women's voices. And good luck finding someone who hasn't been abused, hasn't been stalked, hasn't been, but Emperor. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. This is trying to weaken things. This is lies. Poor defenseless Maxwell. Her lawyers fighting for her so that she could go forth and groom and abuse more children. And she's been convicted, so I don't have to say allegedly. Tana B says you can always appeal. Okay. I think I think what they were talking about, it was on what grounds? Appeal on what grounds? Nancy living co-creatively saying jury was abused listening and watching Ghislaine. Emperor again. Three of Wands, Three of Swords, Empress, Five of Wands, Chariot. Well, this is going after the men. She's trying to throw things out there, see what can come back. But then I get this legal heartache. What I'm most interested in here is actually this. Are they finally going to start going after some of these Johns, some of these men? Let me see if there's any more information to be had here. Ace of Pentacles. Maxwell. Knight of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Eight of Cups. She's, no matter what happens, she will. I've never picked up on her getting out of jail time, prison time. Not once. And I've got that right here. And there's evidence here. But these are the frisky guys. And there's fruits of labor. That maybe somebody can prove. I got this legal silence, though. I'm not getting a really clear picture. There's hints. What I am getting is hints of men being held accountable. That would be a miracle. I'd be so happy. Polly Wanda's asking, will we ever see the contents of the Pecker Vault? There's nothing in the Ronan Farrow. He's seen what was in there, and apparently it was just basically a list of Trump's mistresses. That's what he said. I want to know what the FBI got when they raided Epstein's property. Does the FBI have... I should just write that down. 108. 08. FBI from Epstein's house. Nope, there. King of Pentacles. Oh, he definitely was that. Caligula. Ace of Cups. Hermit. Three of Cups, King of Swords, Ace of Wands. Definitely rated. There is close scrutiny. Prosecution for men with women being happy in the center. Maybe there was something that will eventually come out. Cards are saying. It's kind of hard to pick up on things today outside of what's going on around January 6th. It's just like that's where the energy is, like, in general, is in the country, is like moving toward. Dion B says McAfee was on a boat by the island and took drone videos. Did McAfee find Epstein's videos? Linda Johnson saying, I wonder, did the FBI go to his island and take any evidence from there? I believe they did. I think there are pictures of agents standing on that island while they were collecting stuff. The island. This is my cruise ship card where you stop off at the ports. That would be the island where he was emperor. And Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Three of Swords, 10 of Cups. There was some nastiness there. And these people are free. It feels like some of these girls were slaves. Lynn Halliday says, I cannot get anything. I'm trying to read on except January 6th. That's what I'm getting at. It's hard. It's hard. Most of the energy is all focused in on January 6th. But I think they did find stuff there. Glad it's not just me. Thank you. All right, so the next question at 112 is about schools. Just Anne was asking, will there continue to be teacher and school staff shortages in the next few years as a result of all of the garbage? Will public education change or adapt in any way? Wondering the same about healthcare. That's a whole different. Let me just read on teacher and school staff shortages, and we'll look at healthcare another day. Just throw it back in the chat just before I come on. So will there continue to be teacher and school staff shortages? Will public education change or adapt? Don't they get some money from the infrastructure bill that was passed? I want to say. It's very worrying. It's very hard. Let's see, can I move this? It does this. It's too bright, then it's too dark, then it's too bright. It's like dealing with a cat. I want to be here. I don't want to be there. I want to be over here now. I want to be under the blanket. There isn't a blanket. Well, you should get a blanket because I want to be under the blanket. Jeez. Oh, come on now. Work with me here. No. Shh. Quit it. There. You're supposed to be all bendable. Bend. Okay. I'm back. Schools. Oof. Insult to injury. Oh, that's nice. It's a classroom. Kids. Suspensions, school suspensions, legal decisions. I'm not getting like a tower, but more school suspensions for a while, and education system in the U.S. Justice. I'm afraid things are just going to keep on keeping on for a while. Just kind of like how they are. You have teachers who are really struggling. You've got disappointment in this situation with schools. You've got, because of the far right stuff, the people screaming at school board members. You've got to close or not to close. That is a question going to in front of judges. Education system in the U.S. Bless you. Bless all the teachers and everyone who works with children doing the right thing, trying so hard to do the right thing and care for them. Bless you. Thank you. Chariots. It depends on where it is. Different states are going to be worse off than others. Some places, like on the far right, they maybe should close down for a while, but they won't. I'm afraid this is all twisted up with the illness. Why is Hamilton saying the juror that lied was a man? Oh, I thought he was, but I wasn't sure. Doesn't make any difference. The only thing I didn't like about Me Too was there are men who've been horribly abused too. And when it's so rampant that men and women are being abused, I know some men who came forward and said Me Too, and then they were shouted down. That doesn't seem right to me at all. So anyway, 117 and a bit. $17.30. And here's the thing. I don't have video to show you yet. But apparently Trump has been laughing about the suffering of January 6th victims when talking with close friends. Also on Raw Story. According to a report from the Daily Beast, he's been mocking and laughing with close aides at the stories told by victims who were either trapped or assaulted by his fans as they stormed the Capitol. According to 3 people with direct knowledge of the matter, the twice impeached former president has noticed the emotional accounts, particularly from AOC. Some he has found annoying. Others, however, have become targets of mockery and casual hilarity for him. In several conversations with close allies over the past 12 months, Trump has repeatedly made fun of the idea that certain legislators, police, or journalists were traumatized by the violent events of the day. There are moments when the ex-president has speculated that his critics are faking their trauma and anxiety for attention. Other time, he's done poor, whining impersonations of perceived enemy lawmakers crying about the riot. And this is when it comes down to, what kind of person are you really? Because if without a video or a recording, if you said that's what happened, that's what Joe Biden was saying, I wouldn't believe it. I've been around you guys for quite a while now, and if someone said you did it, or if someone hopefully said if I did that, they said I did that, we would all be able to say no. Trump, 100% believable, considering he made fun of a man in a wheelchair. So is this going to be, does it make any difference? Any video is going to come out? Anybody care besides us? There's plenty of evidence coming for Trump. 10 of Swords. 7 of Wands, King of Pentacles, Strength. 5 of Wands. This card. Now, keep in mind, this is not real. This is a drawing, okay? This feels like, with all the legal stuff Trump's facing, it's not good for him. And including his business is going to get hit hard. And he's going to get hit because of his business. But this feels brutal. This isn't just a gentle closing of the mouth of this completely drawn, not real ink on paper. Okay, this is not real. But the energy of this feels like is shutting it forcibly. Okay, because this is not real. No one was hurt. Nothing, no damage was done. It is a piece of paper with a drawing. There's no pain there. There's nothing. It's not real. Okay, so I want to make that clear. But the energy is really, wow. It's a metaphor for quiet. And then the roaches scurry like the light's been turned on. Jurors says, sorry, I don't like name calling. I try not to. Sometimes I do, but I try not to. Hui. Well, that's good, at least. 122 and a bit. B. Smith had a question. 122. Okay, where's it? What does Spirit advise to de-radicalize our polarized politics to facilitate unity, or at the very least civility in public discourse? Law enforcement. People being held accountable for breaking laws. You cannot have peace when you have people who are living by two completely separate sets of facts, who are not, there's no reasoning with them. There's no, the polarization is, it's until people are held accountable. All right, Spirit, but you tell me. I could be wrong. I don't get up here. I'm not a perfect person up here. Oh, nay. What does Spirit advise to de-radicalize our polarized politics, facilitate unity? What do you think, Spirit? Divine Spirit. How do we de-radicalize our polarized politics? First of all, we remember that part of this is it's astrological. The energy waves we are in are just doing this kind of thing. How do we pull back together? You have to humanize people. In the same way law enforcement tries to diffuse certain situations, they do it by, what's your name? My name is this. Why talking? Why are you upset? People are scared. People get angry because they are scared. Hierophant, Knight of Cups, Lovers, World, Star. There's hope. Things will get better. These cards are cards of getting better. Things will get better. They will quiet down more. It just, and to be honest, a lot of people, you have to understand, a lot of people, they don't care about politics as much as we do. Trump was, he was a buffoon. He was awful, but whatever. I don't care. Now Biden's in there. They're the same. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't vote. I don't, I don't have time. I don't like politics. Or I just don't pay attention. I don't have time to pay attention. But it's a matter of regaining our humanity, seeing each other as people. And in the same way, you get kids lash out. They start lashing out in a way that doesn't happen if they have structure. If you these are the laws. If you break this law, there are consequences, and the consequences are enforced. If you don't do that, it doesn't happen. So there isn't as much space for the conspiracy theories because everything's regular. So basically humanizing others and law enforcement. Reason number 873. I'm glad Merrick Garland's there, but I find him most vexing. Is that fair? Probably not. But Memories of Echo says, my youngest daughter hates politics. Some people do. Remember Trump saying, I love the uneducated. And they went, yay! Oh boy. 127.30. Okay, here we go. Back to DC, which is where the energy wants to go right now. Melissa Bishop had a question. Grassley was pro-tem of the Senate. If they had gotten to Pence, would Grassley have gone along with the Green base sweep? Yikes. Gotten to Pence. Would Grassley have gone along? Nine of Wands. People would have been pushing him to do it, but he would have been so scared. They all would have been so scared. Lynn Halliday says, I actually have no one in my life except all of you to talk politics with. Same here. Same here. Knight of Cups. King of Swords. Three of Cups. Three of Pentacles, Hierophant. I don't think he would have. I think he just would have. I mean, it feels like my whole gut's about to just fall out. It would have been so shocking and so awful. I think he would have just the shock. The shock and the fear. I don't. That was the plan. But at the center, I'd have Democrats pulling together, and I just have for Grassley, I don't want to say too much, but I think his health would have just cracked on the spot. That's what I'm getting. Man, Talk about January 6th energy. 1:30:30. Hippie Sue has a question. Let's see here. 1:30:30. Is Navarro's Operation Green Bay sweep going to take him down and the rest of the GOP? 100 people from the House and Senate backed him up. Does he name them? And that's really that's the main thing I wanted to look at. I was reading on Navarro yesterday. Was it yesterday, day before yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And it was that he's going to be baffled when he's held accountable in some way. But does he name names? Does Navarro name names? He said he has 100 Congress people. 100. It's a lot. Six of Swords. Guys, just so you know, if you're saying anything to me in the chat, please put it in caps. Otherwise, I don't know. I assume you're talking to other people. Just throwing that out there. Will he name them? Oh. He doesn't feel like he has to. I'm getting that complete nose in the air. I am above you, little people. I am a white male. I am entitled. It really is the political equivalent of affluenza. 3 of Cups. 9 of Swords. Star. 4 of Swords. A lot of people are worried. A lot of people in the hot seat. The flash bulbs. I don't think he will. But I also get the feeling, I don't know that he has to. I think they already know. Joanne Mara is saying, I wish Ari would have just let him talk without interrupting him. He would have blabbed everything. Yeah, but if you didn't call him out, if you didn't clarify, he could have spun things later. So calling him out in person and saying, you realize what you're saying is a coup. That's important. Plus, he didn't fact check him on everything. And, you know, kind of wish he had, but there wasn't time. So, but I see your point. I do see your point. I can see both sides of this. Definitely. Thank you. Lynn Halliday says, I don't think he has 100. Al Menzi says, we know most of them from watching everything last year. And Linda Kingsley is saying he told enough and more. 5 of Pentacles. Out in the cold. Moon. Howling at the moon. Justice. Disappointment. Republicans trying to kick down those cups, but just can't manage it. Oh, the committee already knows. There's already plenty. Washington, D.C. feels like it is just awash in information about who is doing what. I'm not saying the committee's leaking like a sieve, but it's not exactly a Mueller team, Bob Mueller team. Let's put it that way. Wow. 135. Rhonda had a question. Okay. I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to try. Who is most likely to go to jail? Gosar, Gaetz, Cruz, Greene, or Johnson? Who is most likely to go to jail for the insurrection? Gosar, Gaetz, Cruz, Greene, Johnson. All right. Well, let me differentiate these. Well, I could pull three cards for each. Ron Johnson. Jeez. for the insurrection. 3 cards for Gosar. Is Gosar going to jail for the Paul Gosar, I believe his name is. Is he going to jail for the insurrection? All right. Hazmat Gaetz. Is he going to jail for the insurrection? Ted Cruz. Is he going? Box of hair. Is he going to jail or prison for the insurrection? Marjorie Trader Greene. Are you going to jail or prison for the insurrection? Her energy lovely as always. And Ron Johnson, my former senator. Are you going? Nah, that doesn't feel. The energy around Johnson doesn't feel that strong, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Don't forget Holly, Boebert. I can only do so many in a day. There's literally only so much space. We could look at them tomorrow, maybe, if you just throw it in the chat. All right, they're all being looked at, all of them in detail. There's no, oh, we won't bother with that one. No, nay. They're being looked at. No question. All right, so Gosar. All Gosar. Lying through your teeth. There's some legal pain there. I don't know what, but there's some legal pain there. And that's just basic lying. Okay. Then it was Hazmat Gaetz. 6 of Pentacles, Chariot, Empress. Oh, you and your beloved new wife. I've always picked up he's going to prison. Always just is. Entertainment only. What do I know? But who got the Major Arcana going to prison card? Matt Gaetz. Is it because of the insurrection? I don't know. But at this point, I don't know that I'm picky. All right, Ted Cruz. This poor snowflake going to be left home alone while you are going to jail or prison. 9 of Wands on the defensive. It's going to be very expensive to pay all the lawyers' fees for what he's going to be facing. Lawyers' fees. Whoo boy. Huge lawyers' fees. And this, my friends, is why you don't join don't join in with sedition. You just don't do it. As a matter of fact, that's what they went after the organizers of the Charlottesville Tiki Torch rally, basically trying to bankrupt them. I've got Cruz is just out of money. Just out of money. Oh well. All right, Marjorie Trader Greene. Are you going to be seeing the inside of a jail cell? Judgment. Star. 2 of Cups. Judgment. Star Witness. She's so loud. But this, the least among you shall be raised high. This is just people on the committee, others working together to put her in the hot seat and face judgment. It's not good. The tables will turn on her. That's all I'm getting. I don't know about prison, but the tables will turn on her. Okay. Ron Johnson. Are you going to some form of jail or prison? That is the card of they're going to jail. Really? Oh, he is definitely a true, absolutely dyed in the wool cult member. But the sort of truth is coming for him. Ron, what did you do? You got the going to prison card. I mean, Gaetz, it's like, is the sky blue? But Johnson, really? Because I wasn't picking up on that from the energy, but I definitely see some pain here. Definitely seeing some pain for these guys. Some more than others. But when Marjorie Taylor Greene is called to task over all of this stuff, boy. Oh, Benny Grismore saying that the Weather Channel just announced Texas has cold weather coming. Oh, boy. Greta says, still wondering who those people were who tried to lay the bombs. Did you guys ever decide if you think it's a man or a woman? I have my own opinion. And we've talked about this before, but I was just wondering what you guys think. Mandy says, I have so much nervous energy. I've cleaned my whole kitchen. There is a lot of very stressful energy out there right now. So if you're feeling like you can't settle, do funnel your energy into something as positive as you can. Do something. It's a good day for cleaning. It really is. Burn off that energy, and then at the end of the day and tomorrow, you can look around. It'll be like, oh, this is so much more relaxing. Throw out the junk. It's a really, really good day to throw out the junk, including Cruz, Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and on and on. Greta says, I think it looks like a woman. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for being here. I so look forward to spending time with you guys. It is 1:59 p.m. here in Chicago. Hello from Chicago. In 2 hours at 4 p.m. Central Time, Chicago time, I will be over on the Book Art Media channel to do creative sprints. You're always welcome. We just work on our projects for 25 minutes at a time and just encourage each other in the 3 minutes between sprints. It's a good way to make really make progress on creative projects that you've been meaning to get to. It adds up. It adds up over time. And of course, you don't have to be there for all 4 of the sprints, but you're always welcome. Links in the description box. And I'm not, and it's not monetized. I'm not trying to sell you anything. There's nothing. I'm just trying to get some more creative energy in the world. And I know that people having a creative outlet is good for people's health, physically, mentally, you name it. So anyway, all right. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow at noon as usual. Thank you, guys. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please don't forget, there are good days ahead. All right. I think I'll do some cleaning myself. That's a good idea. I'll get to my chores. All right. Take care. All right.